friends. This is Sarah. Welcome to Serendipity Plays, episode 2 of our luxury hotel and resort build project. Well, here we are, continuing on. It's getting a little more interesting, a little more firmed up in terms of the design and the things that we're working on. Yeah, I've learned something interesting about myself in watching these video playbacks. I think I'm a little ADHD. I get so distracted. I'll be doing something and then and I walk over and, squirrel, something shiny over there. And I gotta go look at it. And then I'll come back to whatever I'm working on. And it made editing so difficult because I'm just all over the place. So I'm so sorry. But if you can relate, maybe this is a place for you, because this is how it is. This is real life, man. And as you can see me putting in these tiles, and I miss one every third one. It's so annoying and ridiculous. And Mocha agrees. In case anybody's wondering, that's my black cat, Mocha. He is always in my space. And you're just going to have to really live with that if you watch my videos. There's going to be cat noises in the background. So here we are, endlessly putting down pathing, trying to get some kind of a look going for this portico. Just kind of imagining that this would be where you would arrive with your car or your luxury taxi that you took from the airport, right? And so, there's going to be several iterations of this as it goes on. But you guys might be interested in how we started something and then changed it along the way, and that happens a lot in this build, I gotta say. And I'm struggling, as per usual, when it comes to using the glider. You think it'd be the easiest thing in the world? Sadly, I'm on the struggle bus of life literally all the time. And this is just me and my gameplay style. And really hardcore gamers are probably just super cringe right now. Good Lord, what is wrong with this person? So here we are in front of the hotel. This faces the ocean. And we were trying to here we were talking through our headsets, what do we want to do? What do we want it to look like? We need to fake some windows. How are we going to do that? Sunny is amazing at these faux buildings in Dinkum. She's just absolutely so great at them. This is why I recruited her help to build on this project, because she really can do the architecture better than I can. I might be really good at decorating maybe, but I feel like she's really good at making these buildings come to life. So we discussed quite a bit on, we're going to put an outcropping here and we're going to use these tiles to create some kind of window look or door. I'm so glad that we made those steps because it's so much easier than using the glider to get up there. But yeah, here we are, just constantly deciding, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? It's a process. Anybody who's done it knows that you change your mind probably a million times as you go along. At least I did. As you can see here, we're this doesn't look good. We'd get down off the build and we'd go out towards the beach and we'd look back, and as you can see, that's what we're doing here. And it was just what? Something's not right. It doesn't look right. What's wrong? How can we make this look better? Oh, let's just add a spot here. That's what was missing the whole time to begin with. So yeah, it's process, guys. You just gotta do and see what works well. Those who go in with this amazing plan and get it right on the first try, I commend them. I'm more of have a rough idea and then go with the flow as you go along. I'm really glad James added ramps to the game. I think that they have opened up so many design possibilities. It wasn't even something I would have known to ask for, if he was asking all of us, what would you like to see in the game? Would not have even thought to put that in there, but it's genius, and we've used it quite a lot in this build. I've actually used it in quite a lot of other places on my island. So James, if you ever see this, I doubt you will, but if you ever do, thank you for putting ramps in the game. It was an amazing addition. I'm also really holding out hope that in the next big update that we get steps that match all the pathing. I really, with every core of my being, wanted to put in marble steps and not cement. But you know, you make do with what you've got. And honestly, it was probably for the best because it broke up some of the, you know, marble. It was just marble everywhere. And, you know, sometimes that gets a little boring and monotonous. And, you know, maybe it was a happy accident. I mean, serendipity, that's what that stands for. So, hey, there you go. You'll notice in a lot of places I will break up the pathing with another design, mostly to get the eye looking in different places. When you put too much down of the same thing, it tends to, your eye doesn't really know where to go. And that's why you'll see different types of pathing laid down to break up the all-white marble that we were using. And again, here you see, oh, you know what? There's not enough room here. Let's change this. And that's what you do. You just go through the process of making it work. Let there be light, guys. I'm so sorry I didn't put those out earlier. It gets really dark in this game if you don't have lights out. And it's really hard to see sometimes. So, you know, here we're playing with different types of lighting and different light styles to see what would look best with the kind of whole vibe we were going with. And I think we ended up on the copper lamps, and that's how it stayed. There's always that one tile, guys. Always. That one you miss. Or is it just me? It might just be me. I had this idea when I was, you know, thinking about building this hotel, that I wanted to have this really amazing water feature in front as like a massive focal point. You know, not like the ocean is a big enough focal point, but you know, hey, we're doing architecture, we're doing design here, so we can do what we want. The area we've been preparing here is to put in a fountain. And initially, my thought was to copy a fountain a fellow YouTube content creator, Jersey Games, had made on his channel. But as we, you know, which you won't hear in this video, but we were talking off camera, you know, all the possibilities and what it would look like. And as we got to kind of building something, we realized that Jersey's design was going to be far too tall and it would block the view of the hotel. So we had to improvise and come up with something still grand, but simple, but wow, you know, and it was a bit of a challenge. I cut out a whole section of us standing around, staring at this big blank space, talking about what we were going to do, because nobody wants to just see us stand there. But there, yeah. So like, let's put down the fountain that we're going to use and then see where to go from here. So I'll let you guys watch as this takes shape. Just so you'll know, I'm really clumsy in real life too. I can trip over my own feet on a flat surface, and in this game, I am as clumsy as I am in real life. It's quite comical, actually. I watch myself trip over the blocks and the items in the game all the time. I should do like a whole compilation of me just running into stuff, falling off of things, and getting bitten in the butt by sharks and crocs. Really shouldn't have been as hard as it was. I really don't know what that was about. Watching this back is painful. Please tell me I'm not alone. I left this part of the build in real time. I did not speed it up. In case anybody out there was like, oh, I really like that and I wanna build that, it'll be a little easier to follow along and create it for yourself. But it is a little monotonous after a while, which is hilarious to me because I will watch other people's build videos and not think anything of it when it goes slower. But I'm sitting here watching this and I'm just like, I want to speed it up. I want you guys to see the finished product. little outsets or indentations or whatever you really want to call them to kind of break up some of the squareness of it. And I think it was a good call in the end. I wasn't too sure at first, but I really liked how that ended up looking. Once this part of the build kind of was completed, I was like, this was a good choice. Sometimes we're geniuses like that. It was here I decided that the beach was going to have to be extended because that's not very much beach. And we had already added on several rows of sand, and I was not looking forward to that monotonous task of dirt printing row after row after row of sand and dirt to create a little bit more beach in front of the hotel. When in doubt, add water boxes. That's my philosophy. I mean, it's not enough that there's an ocean right there or the bay behind the hotel. We've got to add in fake water at every turn because why not? Actually, the water boxes were one of my favorite things from the new spring update that came out a couple months ago. I was so excited about that because it gave so many opportunities for waterfalls or little ponds without having to dig all the way to the natural fed water areas. And I think everybody would agree with me on that. So here's a nice little montage of us decorating the front of the hotel, making it look a little more pretty and adding flowers and greenery to breathe some life into what's going on. You'll notice throughout all the episodes there was kind of a theme in terms of the plant life we used. I kind of decided to kind of stick with just a few things to keep it simple, keep it cohesive. So we used the yellow hibiscus shrubs almost everywhere. We used ferns, we used the bird of paradise, and the glow buttons, obviously, because they're a wonderful light source, but they're also super cute flowers. I really think kind of picking 2 or 3 things, maybe 4, depending on the type of build you're doing, and just really sticking with that really kind of brings some cohesion to everything. Also, I stuck this fence out and was like, yep, I hate it. It blocks everything. So that was quickly removed, as you can see. I decided that we needed some grass because there was too much sand. So here we are adding in dirt so that we could seed grass everywhere. Or, well, I guess not everywhere technically in these little spots. We got I could literally probably do like a 3-hour video on just dirt printing alone. It is unbelievable the amount of dirt printing we did. I think the tropical grass is one of my favorites in the game. and here we are. The next day, I kept the little sleeping montages because I think they're cute and they sort of punctuate like a time period. That little arm you see sticking out into the ocean was kind of our marker as to how far out we wanted to take things. We do eventually slope it down and make it look like a natural beach where it slopes down into deeper areas. But I gotta tell you, dirt printing. I don't know if I never do it again. No, I'm kidding. Of course, my next project, I'm gonna be doing all kinds of dirt printing. But it does get a little tedious after a while. This is a great opportunity when you're playing with other people, when you're doing these like monotonous tasks. This went by faster than it probably would have if I were doing it by myself because Sunny and I were chatting over voice chat the whole time that this was going on, laughing and joking and talking about TV shows that we like and things we like to do when we're not playing Dinkum, which, isn't much because, we both play the game probably more than we should. No, I take that back. Life is short. Do what you want. But yeah, having somebody else to do this with you, having them to talk to, it does make this, rather repetitive process go by so much quicker. And I really thought I sped this up. And I'm kind of sort of mad at myself that I didn't. Oh, maybe I did. I just did not speed it up enough. I'm curious. Leave a comment. Whenever you guys watch videos that the playback speed is a lot quicker, does it make you nauseous? Does it give you I don't know, motion sickness? I've kind of wondered about that because, whenever you want to speed something up, you have to be kind of careful because otherwise you speed it up so much and you're just kind of I'm going to have a stroke watching this. So this might be too slow. I got to find a happy medium. But it's good I left some of this in here for you guys because you need to be prepared. If you want to do something like this, this is the amount of dirt printing you would have to do. I didn't even show you all for the actual building structure. I cut out so much in the editing process because, oh my gosh, it was just endless. Whenever you're doing a build project, do you work on one thing for a little while and then get bored and then go work on something else for a little bit and then you come back to the other thing that you were doing that is going to take forever, but you just don't want to do it all in one fell swoop? Or is that just me? hated having to destroy all the seaweed with the dirt printing. I hope in the future update that we get placeable seaweed like we did with the lily pads. That would be absolutely superb. Right about here, we had some technical difficulties, folks. Has this happened to anybody else? Where you just sort of fall through the world and get trapped and not able to get out? Yeah, it was like I was underneath the game. It's almost like I slipped into the behind the scenes in the dev process almost. Like, it was so bizarre. I kept trying to jump out. Sunny was like, just put your glider on and hop on out. And I'm just like, I can't. I'm going up and I keep hitting something. It won't let me out. And this went on for quite a while, and I was really scared that I wasn't going to be able to get out, and that we were going to lose all the progress that you just saw. And that is actually ended up being what happened, because I had to eventually just shut down the computer and reboot everything. Yeah, so that was pretty tragic. But I left this in because it's kind of funny, actually. And, just as, something interesting in case it's happened to anybody else and we can all commiserate together. It is kind of pretty down here, though. But yeah, totally lost that entire day's worth of work. And I was not looking forward to having to recreate all that. So we skipped over the recreation of all the work we had done the previous day, and now we're on the roof. I am counting out the tiles to calculate if I can fit Laguna Springs Resort spelled out in the concrete letters, and it worked out perfectly. It was almost like I planned it, guys, except that I didn't. I wish I were that smooth, but I'm not. And as Sunny and I were talking, she was like, wow, that worked out great. And I was like, I know. That'll never happen again. Another fun addition for the spring update were these letters. I'm really excited to see what comes next in the next update, and the ability to possibly color the letters. Although I like them as white, but I know a lot of people have expressed interest in them being paintable or customized in some way. But it's a great way to make a really big sign that's pleasing to the eye and takes up space and gets the point across. Sunny has taught me the use of glow buttons as not only a pretty design aspect, but also for some subtle lighting. So, hot tip, guys, if you're not already using them to put in some subtle light throughout your builds, start doing so, because it really adds a really beautiful, warm, soft light without having to add a light fixture. And I've really enjoyed how we use them in this build. And of course, as the progress continues, you'll see more and more of them being used in different places to add a little touch of light here and there. I I thought the columns in the portico were super boring. And I said earlier, when in doubt, add water boxes. Well, also when in doubt, add flower boxes. I mean, you can't go wrong with flowers and greenery. I probably overuse them. But no, I take that back. I don't. I use them just the right amount. That Roo was wanting to help out. He left his little gifts all over. It's super fun to clean up. Why is it so hard to build on the diagonal? Like, I was really good in geometry in school, and yet I struggle with building on the diagonal in Dinkum, or even in Minecraft. Like, there's something about those blocks that just kind of throw me off for whatever reason. It shouldn't be this hard, and yet it is. Again, I just live on the struggle bus, I guess. Look at that. I figured it out. Holy smokes, guys. That took way too much brain power. And it's about here I realized, oh crap, if I'm going to change the pathway underneath the portico, I'm going to have to take the bridges off the columns yet again for like the 6th time. I was so like, so irritated. It's like, why didn't I think of this before? But that's what happens. You know, you do something, you live with it for a while, and you go, nope, I don't like this. I don't like the way this is looking. And then you change it. And you make a lot more work for yourself, but in the end, it pays off because it just looks so much better, and you're happier with it, and it was worth it. Changed my mind like 100 times here. I don't even know if that's actually what we ended up going with in the end. To be honest, I got so sick of just like trying different combinations, I think I walked away for a bit. And here we are back to seeding some area with some grass to get some plants and flowers to grow later. I really wonder if we could have some sort of device that printed specific dirt. Like, if you want an area to have grass seed, could you print that? I wonder how hard that would be, like, developmentally wise in computer programming or game development. I'll get the word out here in a minute. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But you guys, I think you kind of know. You kind of know what I mean. It would be nice to have something like the dirt printer that printed a specific grass, maybe, so that we didn't have to do all this. Inherently, I'm just lazy. Well, that pretty much concludes this episode. We got a lot accomplished, a lot of decorating on the front, a lot of decorating on the portico, and at this point I was really, really getting excited to see it all come together. And yeah, this project has been a lot of fun to work on. It's one of I'm most proud of this particular build. I'll get it out here in a second. It took a lot of effort, and it took a lot of time, but it turned out really, really great, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next episode. Every single section, I just like, this is my favorite. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you'll come back for the next one and see how Laguna Springs Hotel and Resort progresses. As always, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and, be safe out there, be kind to yourselves, Be kind to others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.